Guys, Lena here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Linda and I'm filming this video from Lagos, Nigeria. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you skills that you can learn that are around the hair industry that can make you millions of naira, thousands of dollars this year 2022 and beyond. If you're interested in hearing all of these skills, then please keep on watching this video. And please, sis, if you're not subscribed to my channel, now is a good time for you to click on the subscribe button just right below, and also turn on the post notification bell right beside the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my uploads. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the number one skill you need to learn that is related to the hair industry that is definitely in very high demand is how to ventilate a closure, a front how. The thing is, if you noticed from since last year, the price of closures has just skyrocketed, and you just start to see that most hair vendors are actually are now beginning to see the importance of learning how to ventilate their own closures so they could make their closures themselves to reduce the cost of the closures in which they use to make the wigs with the bundles. So if you can learn how to ventilate a closure, you're definitely going to be helping a lot of businesses save costs from the cost of the closures that they would normally buy. So what you then need to do is you need to be able to purchase HD lace material. You need to also purchase Swiss lace material and ventilate these closures for your clients. It's just a question of you trying to source for where you can get these laces from. You could check AliExpress, you can check Alibaba and buy these laces from those platforms. And then when you get demand, okay, please make me a 2x4 closure, make me a 4x4 closure, make me a 5x5 closure, make me a 6x6 closure. After you've learned the skills required in knowing how to ventilate a closure, then you just start doing it and earning a living out of it. On the average, a 2x4 closure costs around 7,000 naira, 8,000 naira to make, while a 4x4 costs around, I think, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 naira thereabouts. 5x5 closure costs around 15,000 naira, and it increases depending on the size of the closure in question. And taking ventilating closures takes a lot of time. It's time consuming, no doubt, but the return on investment is mad, because if you're learning the skill of how to ventilate closures, I think most of the people that tend to do the training is charged somewhere around 30,000 naira to 100,000 naira. But by the time you learn how to ventilate your closures properly, you're definitely going to recover all of the money you spent in the training stage at the stage of learning how to do it. So consider learning how to ventilate closures. It will definitely earn you a lot of money this year. So guys, the second skill you should also look into learning in 2022 is learning how to do hair laundry services, wig laundry services. Guys, lots of women are buying hairs on a daily basis. Like, women love hair so much, and the thing is, it's one thing for you to buy this hair, and it's another thing for you to also maintain this hair in question. Because after you've worn your hair at least for about, let's say you wore this particular wig for a month, all through that month, you definitely need to wash the hair and also style it back to get it back to its original curl pattern or whatever way it was originally. You need to definitely style it. That's the reason. That's where your own service now comes in, now as the laundry person, because you're the one that knows how to that will be able to restore the hair back to its original state. And think the people that do hair laundry service charge around 5,000 naira for each hair laundries they do, and sometimes they even charge an extra like 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira just to style the wig. Let's say if it's a wavy hair and it needs to be curled and all, they could charge somewhere around 5,000 to 8,000 naira just to revamp an old wig. So imagine a scenario whereby you're getting like, let's say 50 wigs in a week to revamp, or let's say 10 wigs in a week, or 10 wigs in a week. So 10 times 5,000 naira, it's more like you already made somewhere around 50,000 naira in that week. Then if you now have more orders, you definitely are able to earn more from just doing hair laundry services. So I think it's a skill that you should actually consider learning, because it's definitely going to help you. So another skill you can also learn how to do is learning how to repair lace closures, because most times women wear our wigs, and in the process of, let's say, styling your laying your frontal or your closure, you might end up burning your lace. So you would then need somebody who has the skill of repairing a lace closure. And most times people that know how to repair these lace closures are people that ventilate closures, because after you probably get a new lace and add it to that area and use a lace thread, like the lace material thread, to like sew it on, you still need to ventilate the areas where there are like sparse places. So if you also learn how to ventilate closures, you'd also have to people that learn how to ventilate closures that are able to repair lace closures and all. So if you can learn how to do it, please learn how to do it. It's definitely going to put money in your pocket in 2022, because truly these are all the skills I actually want to acquire right now, because your girl just recently had a 9-to-5 job. So I'm just preparing for going into entrepreneurship and doing YouTube full time. So if you guys can really support me on this channel, I really appreciate. You could support me by watching my videos, allowing the ads to play on the videos, giving the video a huge thumbs up, sharing the videos with your friends who are also going to get value out of the video. So let's head over to the fourth skill that you can learn. It is the hair industry. So this skill is how to make a wig. Yes, it might seem like, okay, people have been making wigs and that people don't know how to make wigs and all. You need to understand something. I feel like everybody has their own way of doing things. You can make a wig for somebody and the person will like it. You made that wig for the person, and that wig might feel very comfortable on the person's head, and for that reason the person would then stick to you for making the person's wigs. So if you can learn how to make a wig, and on the average, people that make hand make wigs tend to charge somewhere around 5,000 naira to 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira to make these wigs for people. And if you know how to use a sewing machine to make the wigs, beautiful, it saves you time. You can also use a sewing machine to make wigs for your clients. You're able to make lots of wigs for people in a short period of time, are able to earn a good living from making wigs. Like I know this company that tend to make wigs for people, like they just make these wigs without styling it. So they charge somewhere around 2,500 naira for each wig that they make for you with the sewing machine. So you just see that they're able to make these wigs very quickly, and it saves you time. It's to save your customer time. So if it's a skill you can definitely do, because most of the people that sell hairs, like me now, I sell human hair extension. If I can get somebody that can make my wigs for me in less time that I would spend hand making, it's definitely, I'm going to patronize somebody like that. If you can learn how to make wigs with the sewing machine or hand make the wigs, please learn how to do it, because it's definitely going to be putting a lot of money in your pocket in 2022 and beyond. So guys, the next skill that you should learn how to do is learning how to color hair. Guys, very few people know how to, should I say very few people? It's not everybody that knows how to really mix colors together and come up with something very unique that people will just look at and just want, maybe color this hair. If you're somebody that is good, if you're a creative person and you're good with colors and all, and if you feel like, okay, if you start doing hair coloring, people are going to like it, like you can decide to just focus on just coloring hairs. People will bring their bundles for you or their wigs, and you recolor these wigs for them, and you're going to be earning a very good living from just by just strictly doing hair coloring services. You can earn as little as 10,000 naira and as much as 20,000 naira to 30,000 naira from just doing hair coloring services, depending on the type of coloring you are doing for your clients and depending on the type of clientels you have. So definitely consider learning how to become a hair colorist. So guys, the next skill around the hair industry you could learn that can earn you a lot of money is learning how to cut hair. Yes, learning how to cut hair. If you can cut all those very short wigs like the Anita Becker wigs, and you know, all those very fancy what's her name, Halle Berry kind of hair. If you know how to cut hairs like that, you can make wigs and cut the hairs like that, or somebody brings you an old wig and you're able to cut the wig to have that very beautiful look. You're going to be earning a lot of money from doing that, because truly very few people know how to cut hair. So if you know how to cut a hair and it comes out looking bomb, sis, you're sitting on oil. Like, you're gonna be making a whole lot of money from doing that. So that's definitely a skill you should also consider doing. I hope I've actually mentioned everything that I wanted to mention. I think I have touched all the areas within the hair industry. I think I have. So guys, this is it for me for this video. If you got value out of this video, please make sure you give the video a huge thumbs up, share with your friends who are also going to get value out of it, and please subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, remember, be bold, have courage, start that business today, live a positive life. I'll see you in my next one. I love you. Bye.